Talk to Bill for a minute. Now, we've spent the day with Bill on the trail several hours earlier. He is an impressive...
to death with him, right?
Bill is an impressive character, and rather than try to do some beefed-up announcer introduction, even though I communicate for a living, I'd just like for him to state his name, what he does, where he's been, and what his story is.
Well, I'm Bill York. Actually, I have a PhD in wildlife biology, but I don't call myself doctor. That to me is only a medical man, somebody who comes along with a sharp knife or a needle. You know? I am semi-retired. I fiddle about at a little business, but mainly I've been a professional hunter and a game warden in Africa for most of my life.
I'll be darned. Now, how many black mambas have you caught?
100 or two.
Wow. What would you say if you're traipsing across Africa, what is the one snake you don't want to come across if you're going to have to end up facing one?
I don't think there is any snake that I don't want to face.
There you go.
The only thing I'd say is if you're out in the morning and it's cold and you're in long grass, you don't want to tread on a puff adder.
That's what I hear.
Because they get very sluggish when they're cold, and they have a nasty habit when you tread on them of turning around and snapping you on the ankle.
Oh.
Very uncomfortable.
My. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. That's pretty. All right, Bill, we're looking at some depressed impressions. You want to tell us why that wouldn't be cattle?
Well, essentially we know that some cattle have moved through here. But if you look at those impressions there, you can see that they're large, flattened areas. There's no sharp hoof print in the middle of them. And even if there had been, they would not press that tall grass out so wide and flat. It looks very much more as if a large, flat object, like a large foot, has pressed it down. And if you look over in a little bit more to your right there, that could even be a place where if you look at it, where creatures have sat down. We'll have a closer look at that in a moment.
Look at the vantage point this thing has.
It could easily be, if you look at it, kind of sitting down places. You can even see one or two places where it looks as if a big fat butt sat down. And then this is an interesting one. Yes. It looks very much like a heel.
Okay.
Look how this feet, how the dirt piles around, look.
Right. Okay, now I'm going to get way close in. Here we go, guys. This is super up close. I can make that print or whatever this is take up the whole camera. So.
And you can see, if you look at it, you can see some little ridges and so on, which you would expect.
Yeah, like right there.
In the sole of a foot. Yeah.
Dermal ridges is something. Look for any...
And also, if you look a little bit further on, you'll see that there's another one just there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Now, this ground looks slightly moist. How old would you say?
Well, this certainly looks fresh. And once again, certainly not cattle. We know that cattle have come through here, but that is certainly not cattle.
Okay, I'm going to give you an idea. What we're looking at could be the heel.
That's what it looks like. This part here looks like the heel.
Here's my foot for contrast. Here's my heel. You get an idea how wide my heel is. Of course, I've got the shoe on, which makes it a little wider, but clearly it's still not as wide as from here to up here. It's pretty hard to sit there and point with your foot and look through a view.
But also, if you look once again in here, you've got another one, you see?
Yeah, I see another depression.
See another one there.
Now, that wouldn't be a big stride either, would you think?
No, but how do we know it's only one creature?
Ah, that's true.
There might be two or three padding along here. And in fact, in a moment, if we look just at that bedding area, it looks to me as if there were three. And I'll show you the reason why I think that in a moment.
Look at that grass.
It's going to be spoiled anyway. It's at the first rain.
Right.
Or even just in the sunshine. I want you to come and look at this place here.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Does that look as if something has three creatures stood there, or sat there, or crouched there?
Right.
Here I can see it perfect. There's one on this side, one on this side.
Let's get a little more.
All three of them.
Okay, here we go. Let's zoom in to number 1. Zoom out. Number 2, zoom in. There it is. I'm new at this, bear with me. Number 2. And, there was number 3 up there.
See, I can see no reason for those that kind of an impression. I can see absolutely no reason why
Yep.
that should be here.
When you look at the sun, the environment, how easy it is for things to grow upward, these have been disturbed.
Well, and I mean, recently I'm talking about, if you get a look at it, you got what you need here?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. If you take a look at that, I've just broken off one of the ends. You see?
Right.
That's barely dry. Okay? Barely dry. Now you get it and break it fresh. Okay? That's a
Right.
fresh break now I just made.
Right.
And then you break it over, and then you compare those two.
Oh.
This one could have been made as short a time ago as yesterday.
Oh.
This partially dry one.
Right.
You see, because it does
Fascinating.
dry out quite quickly.
Fascinating. So I see what you're saying. Okay. Very fascinating. So again, the 3 looks like a littler bed right there, maybe a juvenile.
And it looks to me more as if they came and didn't actually sleep or anything here. They just stopped,
Little rest
and
up.
crouched down, and probably got a bit of sun or something. Because the sun would be, well, where would the sun be coming in from there? Maybe they got a bit of morning sun or something.
Right.
And also they're kind of scanning the landscape here.
Yeah, and if you look out, and we'll show you the shot here, viewers. If you look out here, you see that the view from where we're standing is perfect to look down this valley, either for deer, other humans, or what have you. Oh, I see him. Get the camera around.
The raised camera. I used
We're
to
actually
raise
recording. Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to ride them a lot. I used to hunt on camp from Camelback.
Wow. Hey there, little fella. Well, my brother lives in Waco, Texas, where that Branch Davidian.
I used to have a friend who was a professional animal collector who lived in Waco, Texas.
Really?
Chap with the interesting name of Leon Leopard.
I'm sure my brother knows him.
I bet he knows it.
Oh,
Leon
my God.
Lyons. Direction. You now expect to find something like that there, which you can see.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah. Bill, could you get your hand and outline that print for us and kind of explain again how that might be
It
there?
looks as if a heel pressed there because that trigger's broken there. You see, so it looks as if a heel went around like that. This is the outer side of the foot. Little toe around about here. Big toe about here.
You can
Now
see.
my hand span like that is 10.5 inches. So that's probably a 14-inch
And it's wide.
span. And yeah, and we wouldn't know how wide it is, but it is obviously wide. We wouldn't
Right.
know how wide it is because unfortunately stuff rolling down it was obscured it rather. And so it's difficult to say how far this way it extends. But if this, as I believe, is the area of the big toe, it would extend anywhere up to here. Once again, an inconclusive sign.
What's stuff that's fell back down in on him?
And certainly not cattle, certainly not deer, certainly not bear.
Something clearly has come through here, though.
Something big has clearly come through here.
It's a Bigfoot, huh? No pun intended. But to me,
Run that by me again. Bill, do a little analogy for us here. Analyzing.
What it looks like, and this, I must say, is reasonably recent. Perhaps
Daryl's
almost
truck
as
there.
recent as those squatting places we saw back there.
Wow.
But here is a perfect heel. Look, see that? Here's the outer edge. This is a left foot. Here's the outer edge of the foot. Little toe. These things could have fallen on there, nothing. But look at this very clear. I don't know if it shows up in camera, but to the eyesight, it's a very clear imprint of a big toe. And this is the big toe joint, the ball joint of the big toe. Very clear. And here's the arch. You look at that. You see, there is a. I don't expect them to have very high arches, but you would see a definite arch, even though it was a fairly modified one.
right.
And that would be fairly springy stuff. So that looks like the arch of the foot went like this, and that is a kind of arch in the middle.
Okay.
And once again, that is about 15 inches long.
Man. Amazing.
And And it is not a hunter or anything, because that's a barefoot. That's not a...
Yeah, that's a barefoot. That ain't no
That's
shoe
not-
on it. You
not
can see
somebody
where my
with a
shoe.
boot on.
Yeah, exactly.
My foot stops right there.
There they are. There they are. Where? Down there at the water.
Yeah, I see him. There is Bill and Dr. J.